Welcome back. It is Wednesday, August 30th, and the MLB. Our 5 favorite picks are on the way. It's Austin, joined by Logan. Let's talk about the good news, then we'll talk about the bad news. The good news, Logan, you had a great call. Bryce Harper to smack a home run first at bat. He smacked one in the bleachers, plus 400. Now only one home run away from the 300 mark. Now we said if one of our guys hit a home run, we'd give away $300. So we are going to do just that. Noah Randolph, 379, commented back to you. If you want to go comment back, we'll let you know and we'll pay you out the money. Now, on the same side, bad news, I had Ronald Acuna Jr. and man, a 418-foot flyout. It is a home run in 28 of 30 stadiums, and unfortunately, 2 of the stadiums, one of those will be Coors Field. So close to smacking both of our home run plays. Oh, well, and then the bad news continues that it was an 0-3 day with some brutal beats in there. Charlie Morton, under 7.5 strikeouts. Yeah, he ended his last at-bat. His last batter was a strikeout to end with 8, right on the hook. Trey Turner and Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman, the only Dodger to not get a hit yesterday. Guarantee you he gets one today. And then Marcus Semien and Kyle Tucker do not get it done. Marcus Semien does not get a hit. Look, losing all of our things by, one hit for 2 of the hit parlays and then 1 strikeout is just absolutely brutal. Kind of putting a damper on what's really been a great August so far. So hopefully we got 2 more days left in August. Hopefully we can finish the month with some momentum and recap a really good month it has been. Now, I talked about our 5 favorite picks. Our 5th one is going to be our parlay of the day on Dimers. We do one every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and it is Wednesday, so we got another one is plus 168 odds. It will be linked at the top, link in the description. We're tracking it for half a unit, so putting a half unit on. I think to win almost 0.85 units. It is a 3-leg hit parlay. We've been smacking them like crazy, so we're going to track this one towards a half unit. Let's see how it goes. In our second note, college football, week 1, we have a best bets video going live today at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Pretty successful. Week 0, a 3-2 day, cashing a plus 150 winner last week. This video is going to talk only about Thursday and Friday's slate of action. We'll have a completely separate video for Saturday's full slate of action. That will be posted on Friday, but like I said, we got one coming in inbound, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Go check it out. I'll link it at the end of the video once it is live. But we got 4 picks in this video. Our 5th is that Dimers parlay. I'm going to dive into my first one. It's actually going to be a pitcher prop. Going to go to Hunter Greene of the Cincinnati Reds, taking his under 2.5 earned runs, which is minus 135 on DraftKings. Really wish it wasn't this juice. I don't think it goes much more higher than this. If it does go past minus 145, avoid it. And I was actually going to take Hunter Greene's over in strikeouts, but that was also juiced at 6.5. But that makes me think, well, he's going to pitch pretty decently today, and this bet is available on BetMGM, Caesars, DraftKings. You have a bunch of different daily fantasy apps. I think PrizePicks had it. Underdog Fantasy had it this morning. Probably won't have it when it gets more juiced. But either way, if you are on FanDuel, I know if you're maybe just only FanDuel better, my pivot, which I would not play this for a full unit, but my pivot would be the Reds plus 1.5 and the under 5.5 in the first 5 same game parlay. But either way, I try to go to one of those apps, BetMGM, Caesars, or DraftKings to take it. Now, let's talk about Hunter Greene because he returned back from injury 2 starts ago, and he hasn't looked good. Gave up 8 earned runs in his first start, then 5 earned runs in his last start, walking 3 and 5 batters each. So that's not great, but I think the books are thinking the rust is knocked off. He's going to pitch better today. Hunter Greene's a much better pitcher than an 8 and 5 earned run type guy. And this is a must-win game for the Reds. Obviously, this is a team battling not only for their division, that's kind of far-fetched, but definitely for a wild card spot. And they've already lost 3 straight, on the verge of getting swept by the Giants, also a team in that wild card race. So I think they need Greene to show up today. And I think he's going to show up for his team. And you look at it in 16 starts this year, Greene's stats not great. 5.06 ERA and a 1.53 WHIP. Something on our side, his expected ERA is a 4.13. So they are expecting some regression to come his way. And he is under 2.5 earned runs in 8 of 16 starts, including 6 of 10 on the road. He hasn't actually allowed 3 earned runs in 3 straight starts this season, so that bodes well for us to hopefully see a bounce back here. And the Giants are likely to stack left-handed bats against the right-handed pitcher that is Hunter Greene, which actually should work in our favor because this season, Greene allowing a 215 batting average to left-handed batters compared to 297 to righties. You actually look at him, he's been much better on the road. His ERA is a 3.93 on the road, 7.24 at home. Obviously, at home at Great American Ballpark, very hitter-friendly ballpark, and you see just normal flyouts become home runs, and that's how you can see that ERA kind of balloon up to where it is at 7.24 at home. But Greene, like I said, is susceptible to giving up some hard contact, but being in a very, very pitcher-friendly ballpark in San Francisco, I like his chances here. And this is a Giants offense that's struggling. Last 30 days, Giants worst batting average at below 200, the worst slugging percentage at .311, and the worst WRC plus at 59 versus right-handed pitchers at home. This is a team that's struggling, has a high strikeout rate as well, and they also have a low walk rate at only 7%. If there's something about Greene, he's going to walk some guys. Like I said, 3 and 5 walks the last 2 starts. However, this team and the Giants not walking a whole lot, and Greene's not the most efficient pitcher in the world. In fact, he's we're pretty inefficient. He's going to walk some guys here. He's going to have some longer innings where he's throwing a lot of pitches, wasting some pitches. That's what you get with a younger pitcher, but I think you can limit the damage here from the Giants. I think keep them under 2.5 earned runs. We could obviously have some beneficial errors in here. You never really know. Errors can obviously play a big role here, but I don't think he gives up a lot of runs or hits today. I think he pitches pretty well. So give me Hunter Greene under 2.5 earned runs as my first play of the day. But Logan, you got another pitcher prop. Which one are you going to?
Yeah, I'm taking Jesus Luzardo of the Marlins under 4.5 hits allowed. Plus 115 odds on Caesars, currently your best value there. Now, I don't mind Luzardo's K prop at 6.5 with plus money on the over. I've lost K props in every form and fashion in my career bet in baseball. So it's like there's scar tissue there. I'd rather take a hits under prop rather than a K prop. But I think kind of the message I'm trying to send is that Luzardo is in store for a really good outing today. Luzardo went 6 innings pitched and only allowed 2 hits on the road in San Diego. Obviously, prior to that, Luzardo was struggling. He soared over this line in the previous 4 straight starts. Luzardo did not look like himself. He was not an ally of Nerfy Nation. We all remember that. And Luzardo is one of those pitchers that if he's in form, he can absolutely go under this number. And I'll take a shot on it at the plus value we're getting. This number to me is set low for a reason, as the Rays team totals only set to 3.5, even after the huge 11-run outburst yesterday. You know what? I'll go ahead and say we're doing a little bit of line reading there, because the Rays team total being set that low. Obviously, if the books were expecting them to continue what they did yesterday, I don't think you'd see a number at 3.5. I mean, this Rays offense hitting .263 against lefties this year on the road, so a decent batting average versus lefties. But still, some of their, to me, more dangerous hitters, or the hitters that I don't want to see, are like Josh Lowe and Brandon Lau, and both of those are lefties. So you do get the favorable lefty-on-lefty matchup. And Luzardo is really good at missing bats. He's 80th percentile in K percentage, 56th percentile in expected batting average, and 85th percentile in whiff percentage. So, the kind of to sum all that up, he is good at getting those swing and misses. In a 1-2 count, is he going to allow the base hit? More often than not, he does have the put away pitches to get it done there. So again, strikeout prop could be a decent look. But I still think the hits under allowed is a little bit better, because there's a chance, he could get 6 Ks on the dot and only allow, 3 or 4 hits. That's definitely in the realm of possibility. And we know this Rays team is strikeout prone. We've seen them go very quietly. Anytime I've ever tried to back the Tampa Bay Rays, they're the most pathetic offense you've ever seen. So I think this Rays offense could be due a sort of dud game after, soaring over yesterday. And if you look at FanDuel's odds for, the record a hit, only Yandy Diaz and Harold Ramirez have odds worse than -220 to record a hit on FanDuel. FanDuel, we all know from these hit parlays that they are not scared to juice hitters to -300, 350 even. And the fact that there's not a whole lot of Rays with, juiced odds kind of lets me know that I think the books are expecting a decent Luzardo showing. And I'll go ahead and take the hits under allowed, just because I think there's more ways of cashing that one. I mean, even let's just say he's walking a ton of guys and gets pulled early. He still goes under his hits allowed prop, most likely. So there are a few pathways to victory, and I'll go ahead and take the hits allowed under. But Austin, what else you got for us?
Yeah, I'm going to go to 2 hit props. I got a base prop and I got a hit parlay. Let's dive into the base prop real quick. And it should be a guy that maybe a lot of people don't know of, but this guy's been swinging a super hot bat since being called up. It's going to be Davis Schneider of the Toronto Blue Jays, over 1.5 bases, plus 120 on DraftKings. If I can put out a PSA to anyone out there, please do not bet this on FanDuel. Every other book that I have looked at as the time of recording this is at plus 110, plus 115, plus 120, except for FanDuel. They got that at minus 120. That is way too big of a difference to really just be sacrificing that much, profit by just being stubborn and only betting on FanDuel, especially if somehow Snyder's not in the line to say they'll take your money too, whereas DraftKings will give you your money back if that's the case. However, let's talk about Davis Schneider and why I'm buying into the hype, because this guy's been scorching hot. He's a rookie that got called up earlier on in August, and he's got a great matchup today. Now you look at Schneider, like I said, called up in early August, I think August 4th, and he's crushed the baseball, batting .422 on the season in 13 games, 4 doubles and 6 home runs. This guy's crushing it. And Schneider yesterday was moved up to the 2 spot with Bo Bichette out, I believe, on the 10-day IL now. Once again, they kind of need him out there, and I think he's going to go back in that 2 spot, especially given he's a righty going up against the lefty and Patrick Corbin with that advantageous matchup. Yesterday, very similar spot against Mackenzie Gore. They threw him in there in that 2 spot. Hopefully he's there again today for maximum plate appearances. But either either way, Schneider, like I said, going to face Patrick Corbin, and in limited plate appearances versus lefties this year, Schneider batting 409, 9 hits, 6 of them being extra base hits. I think 5 home runs, 1 double, or maybe the other, I think maybe 2 doubles, 4 home runs. Either way, he's been crushing them, and we've talked about Corbin before. He's going to give them pitches to hit, and Corbin's been struggling versus right-handed batters, allowing a 298 batting average to right-handed batters this season. I think only like 240 against lefties. So in addition to that, we've seen Corbin give up some hard contact, 25 doubles and 24 home runs to right-handed batters. Wouldn't surprise me if Schneider can stay hot and hit one into the bleachers. Obviously, left field's a little bit more favorable than it has been in years past. And if there's going to be a kryptonite for Mr. Schneider, he's going to swing and miss sometimes. I mean, this is a guy that has a higher strikeout percentage than I would love, but I'd rather him swinging and missing than, just walking out there. And Corbin, we've talked about him, doesn't really miss bats a ton. 7th percentile K percentage. I think the rookie sensation continues his hot streak in Toronto. I'll keep riding with him in a favorable matchup against Patrick Corbin. Should have plenty of plate opportunities. Those should get plenty of bases and plenty of hits. Probably some walks against Corbin as well. I like David Schneider. Love the value at plus 120 on DraftKings. I think this is a pretty good one. Let's see if he can stay hot. David Schneider over 1.5 bases. Now, for my hit parlay, as I mentioned at the top of the show, we do have a 5th play. This will be the 4th one. Our 5th one is our Dimers hit parlay. 3 other hitters. I'll let you know right now, Freddie Freeman is going to be one of them because he's 100% getting a hit today. Go check out the other ones, top link in description. But this is the one I'm riding with: Andrew Benintendi and Jose Altuve. Now, obviously, Benintendi plays for the White Sox. Altuve plays for the Astros. We need one hit out of each of these fellas. It's minus 105 on Bet365. Now, FanDuel is juicing this one up to right around minus 130, which I still think is a decent price for this one. I'm pretty confident in both these two guys to get it done. And look, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe the value bounces around, over the next couple hours. This is an earlier start for Benintendi at 1:05 p.m. Eastern, so get it locked in early. If you look at Benintendi, actually coming off 2 hitless games, I expect him to bounce back, and he's hitting 272 on the season. Been a pretty consistent hitter for the White Sox at the top of their lineup. And like I said, 2 hitless games. Prior to that, he had a hit in 8 of his last 9. So still a hit in 8 of his last 11 games, not too shabby. Batting 274 versus right-handed pitchers. And biggest thing, he's facing Kyle Gibson, who's allowing a 305 batting average to lefties. Benintendi is a lefty, and they've seen each other before. And Benintendi's had his number, 5 for 16 lifetime versus Gibson. That's a 313 average, not too shabby. Now, the thing I like trusting about Benintendi, this is not a guy that it's going to be swinging for the fences. He only has 5 home runs on the year. This is a guy that's his job is to get on base in front of Luis Robert Jr. and let Luis do the rest of the work. And that's what Benintendi does best, just poking it into the outfield. Maybe it's a very cheap, cheesy hit that normally ruins our nerfies. But no, that's what we're asking for today. Something cheap, a bloop hit. I don't care how he gets it done. This is a guy that's great at putting the ball in play, like 90th percentile in strikeout percentage. For a guy like Kyle Gibson, doesn't strike out a ton of guys. He misses. He really struggles to miss bats. I think Benintendi can get it done. You look at Benintendi and Gibson, their matchup in terms of pitches we're going to see. You look at 2 lefties. Here's what Gibson's been throwing the last 30 days. 30% changeup, 23% four-seam, 22% cutter. Benintendi's expected batting average versus those split pitches, 328, 288, and 288. Those are, in fact, the top 3 pitches for Benintendi to see, that he's seen at least, 100 pitches this season. Really great splits against all those pitches. Really good splits against Gibson. I think he breaks his 2-game hitless streak today. Speaking of a hitless, here's another guy that went hitless yesterday, probably wrong some people, Jose Altuve. The day after going hitting for the cycle, went 0 for 4. Just absolutely couldn't get anything going. And this is a guy I love to put in my hit parlays when he's coming off an 0 for game. It's like a law of percentages. I mean, since getting since getting returned back from injury back in July, he's yet to have back-to-back games without a hit. This is one of the most consistent hitters on the field in baseball. And I just don't see him going hitless in back-to-back games, especially with an over-under at 9.5 or 10 on the road, batting leadoff. He's going to get so many chances here. And Altuve's been crushing the baseball this year, batting 316 on the season, hitting 348 on the road, 326 versus right-handed pitchers, and he's 1 for 3 versus Cutter Crawford, who he's expected to see today. And you look at Crawford, I won't dive into a ton of his percentages, but does allow a higher batting average to right-handed batters instead of lefties, which is, reverse splits. And he's actually allowing a 260 batting average at home compared to just 194 on the road. So he's actually been struggling in Fenway. You look at the 2 main pitches he's going to throw, 34% four-seam, 30% cutter. Altuve's batting average versus those 2 pitches, 379 and 357. Like I said, I'll take my chances with Jose Altuve not going back-to-back games without a hit. I'll take my chances with Benintendi not going 3 straight without a hit. It's a percentages play here. I think both these two guys are way too talented to consistently have back-to-back hitless games. So Benintendi, Altuve, I'm riding with both you two fellas. They each get a hit. That's my hit parlay that I'm riding with today. The hit parlays have been a little bit cold the last few days, but I'm confident they're going to heat up. We can't control when the guy goes 0 for 4 or 0 for 5. But like I said, 5th final play of the day will be that Dimers parlay. I'll link the article on the screen. You can just go click that button, go to the bottom link, top link in description, go down below to the bottom of the video. You'll see that description and find that parlay on Dimers. 3 hitters, each get a hit. It's got some early starts in there, so go get locked in early. Those are our 5 favorite picks of the day. We'll have a college football video live at 1 p.m. Eastern time. I'll link it on the video on the video here too once it is live. Let's have a great bounce back Wednesday. Let's end the month strong. We'll see you guys back in tomorrow. Peace.